Oh, yes!
Maybe that influenced the luck, but I just needed to have one of my basic cards in that last pull. I don't think that's unreasonable. We're on Pyre of Dominion. This is going to be dumb. I have a Shattered Shell start, too. But this means we have no Molded in our opening. Let me see. Memories of the Melted might be difficult to play if we have no Molded cards initially. This is the safe pick. With a very small deck, Preserved Thorns can probably be pretty strong in terms of spell damage output. But this means we're going to have 6 Thorns in our deck if I take it. Restoring Retreat might be better if we get Cultivate units. Wickless Baron is always a safe pick. I don't want 2 more Shattered Shells, but 2 Awoken Hollows I think suits me fine. We'll take Split Anvil here. I want Eternal Flame with this because it's the only one that isn't reliant on Molded. Going in. I'm gonna feel like I brute force this now since I have Pyre of Dominion, but I guess it's just the way it is. We want to bring in a Baron with a Shattered Shell and a blocker, and then we're just gonna treat Awoken Hollows as if they're friggin' Shield Stewards this run, I guess. Should probably be Wildwood Sap, Restoring Retreat, and now we can get Rejuvenates, triggering probably onto the Shattered Shell. Now, I can't block for the Shattered Shell anymore, but I think we just do this, so he's going to scale up. Little Fade, second Wickless Baron. Little Fade can die there, that's fine. Stats. We're killing, aren't we? Got a very strong first car in the works. I think Dripfall is pretty generically good. Let's see, how do we feel about Steel Enhancer or Sharpen? I can take Steel Enhancer. Steel Enhancer tracks through Molded, so if we get that, we're in a good spot. I want to check probably Merchant of Steel twice, because I want my sweep unit to be upgraded. This is a skip. I have enough good units. Multi-Strike is fine. Although I'd rather get something like Stats. If I get Quick, it turns out okay. I can't re-roll into anything. I don't have a Wickstone unit, I don't think. No, we can Wickstone a Draft. Let me see. I don't think there's anything I want to purge. No. So we're mostly looking for a quick upgrade for our sweeper. Let's see. Knights of Entropy. I think we can play Shattered Shell and a Wickless Baron up top with Little Fade to help. And then I'll just deploy Awoken Hollows for the rest. Now some of these units are going to be in danger of dying. Yeah. Does this keep you alive? Barely. I'm actually just going to soak a lot of damage with a Draft here, and then Restoring Retreat you so you don't die. But really all I needed to do here was make sure that I had the initial scaling going for this Wickless Baron. So now he's going to scale up pretty well and be pretty safe. Let's see, I don't see a way to kill this Collector in the back. I think we just have to live with that. Let's see, I can kind of fit this down here. And you can hang out here for damage. Got no value on resin removal. Yep. It's probably Calcified Ember, and then that's the whole turn. Well, we'll bring out Little Fate again. Let's see. I think I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. I think this persists through the Endless, but I need to find out. So we're going to learn. I don't think I really want to play Restoring Retreat on anything. Guess I can play it on you without consequence. Wildwood Sap there. Play that just because. Oh, I could have resin removal the spikes. We get to do it anyway. Yeah, without spikes, this boss is nothing. Ooh, I like Sacred Wicks. Finally gets me some ability to bring my guys back. We like a Restoration Detonation. Works well with our Cultivators. Let me go over here, because we want to check the Merchant of Steel. Skipping that. Well, Large Stone is like a cheap, mediocre option to do for Shattered Shell here, but we have to, like, fight through things to make that work. I'm really looking for Quickstone. But before we roll or take anything, we might want the Frenzy Stone. If I take the Frenzy Stone in a reroll, I can't buy a Quickstone if it shows up. Let's see. I'm not looking at taking the rest of this. Okay, we didn't hit what we want. The Wickstone another draft. Dualism doesn't really play with this board. I don't have things to purge, so I don't have basic cards at all. There's nothing that I want to put Endless on. Ooh, we get a spike. Probably take the Awoken Spike here because it's really broken with Pyre of Dominion. Also, the Shroud Spike should not be able to show up when I have no morsel access. Only other playable thing there is, of course, the Lazarus Spike. That is playable. Got Hardhead Archeon, alright. Okay, so we're not getting invaded anymore, so we are putting the Shattered Shell back on the lower floor. I do need his attack to be higher. If he gets plus 10 attack, he goes up to doing 26 damage. So we've got a 26 sweep if we get him the quick. That's on his initial turns. I think we build out this car like this. Oh, come here. And then we put the Awoken Hollows out. I'll need to find some upgrades for them too, of course. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting the Slays from the Shattered Shell here. That'll get them up to the place they need to be. And then the Wickless Baron can start tanking. So we could Restoring Retreat here. I think I like that. I'm gonna do that to set up the Cultivate, and I think I'll bring in a Wickless Baron here. Yep, we're fine with all that. Fade comes in, gets the Slay, and gets it quickly. Let's see, I don't want to play into that, so... Steel Enhancer, little Fade, and we'll play the Rail Spike. Bring in a draft here and start that. Unfortunately, we're tanking with the Shattered Shell now, but it's probably going to be okay for a bit. That's fine. Need to get this unit's health up. And let's go ahead and move them around. Well, that's not great. How does this make it look? Decent. Let's Dripfall you. So now we're surviving that. Let's see. Oh, Restoring Retreat you as well, so I can bring in Little Fade here. Sacred Wix only has one target, so I'm just gonna do this. This. Enhance. They still both die here, so I'm fine with that. And I think Archeon dies on this because it's a bunch of stats. I can even Dripfall him. Right, we don't have Tycoons, so we're not able to profit anymore. Nothing more than what we're doing. Let's see, I don't really want a second Rail Spike, but Wildwood Tome solves the quick problem for me, so I can focus on other things. I'm comfortable picking up a Lady of the House for raw stats. Let's see. I get the feeling I might need space here, because I'm really not in a Hurt Locker for energy. So let me go Heaven's Light. Okay, let's see. We might want Intrinsic for our Quick Tome. We're not getting a unit upgrade here. I do value the Forgotten Boons a bit. We could probably get 2 Trinkets if we hit the Merchant. Celestial Alcove is kind of mid when I don't have fully upgraded units, so I'm going to go here. Like, events become a lot stronger when you have fully upgraded units or fully upgraded spells, or both. Spell Chain's very strong on Steel Enhancer, obviously. Let me get a Spell Chain Steel Enhancer, and I think I'm going to re-roll... we're going to get the Intrinsic Wildwood Tome, and we'll hit the non-consumable Rail Spike. So now, at any other merchant, I'm guaranteed to be able to hit any other Merchant of Magic. I'm guaranteed to be able to hit the Infinite. So over here at Tier 6, I can get the Smolder Stone on that, and then hit the Empyrean Well to duplicate it. That gets me into an Infinite, so then I just need an Infinite out. We can go Infinite on something like Steel Enhancer or Restoring Retreat with Cultivate. So we have that option. I don't even know if I want to do that. I'm gonna set one of our retreats to consumable. So I don't think I need to play 2 of them per round. We're gonna skip those guys. And I'll keep going Eternal Flame, I think. I think we can take this. I think we're pretty reasonably strong now that I have the Intrinsic Tome. So now I can just Shattered Shell Wickless Baron, and this floor should kind of take care of itself. While I do almost whatever else I want to do. Yep, because we do this. And now we're just pretty safe. Guess I can Dripfall you. Let's see. I want to play the Vengeful Shard, and then I will just bring out Little Icarus wherever. I'm going to draft Restoration Detonation. There's no need of resin removal. Yeah, our Baron's going to take a bit of a beating here. Yeah, well, corruption. I'll just Wildwood Sap him. And we'll just tag him with a Restoring Retreat. Move everything a little lower. And I'll remove his corruption. Resin removal is so crazy, and I've had it so infrequently that I often just forget what it even does. I'm like, oh yeah, I can remove my corruption here. I don't even think about it. $974. What if we multi-strike you for more damage? Looks like you're dead. Yeah, finding quick on the tome for the Shattered Shell is so huge. I do tend to like Remnant Hosts. I don't think Votavary does much for me. Subsuming Blade. Actually, if we Subsuming Blade during an Infinite, it gets really fun, doesn't it? So I can just like infinitely Subsuming Blade whatever I want and ramp its damage up crazily. Okay, now the Infinite sounds more fun. So I kind of got to a point where I was like, oh man, I'm going to win with the Infinite again, and it's going to be dumb and take forever. Like, oh wait, no, this could actually be a fun version. I just want to get generic attack power onto the Shattered Shell now. So now he quick sweeps for 32 initially, and then we can ramp that up because he'll get slays and other stuff. At the Merchant of Magic, I can get some buffs onto the Subsuming Blade, so we'll hit that up next floor. What else do we want to do for our units? We don't really need to smidge anybody, necessarily. I think Quickstone on drafts is usually pretty good. We need to save for reroll at the Magic Shop. I think the Magic Shop is actually really big for us, up and coming. Let's see, what do we have that's not consumable? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the 10th spell is the Rail Spike. So we're already there. It's so easy to do with Pirate Dominion. It's really gross. I don't think this matters much, like, in either case. I don't want the Stoic Plate Mail. Stoic Plate Mail is almost always bad. I do like Stoic Plate Mail on, like, troops or imps. It's pretty good for those. You can suddenly give an imp, like, 90 health, which is kind of cool sometimes. It's pretty good on troops, same reason. You can insulate their troop stacks and then keep buffing them up because they don't buff themselves. They just get buffed by other things. And I think a silenced unit can still have trample, so if you're giving them trample through that one other guy, I think they can keep it. But that's almost the only case where Stoic Plate Mail does anything. Like Swift Steel Dagger, I can maybe put it on a draft and feel okay about it, but that unit burns out, and then whatever, it's gone. It's no good. Oh boy. Oh boy. So now we probably put Worthy Sacrifice into the mix. I guess I put this on, like, a draft. Put it on our quick draft. So now if we get a, like, molded option, that goes really crazy. But otherwise, just accelerates us. How big is a Penitent Prayer Stone for us? I think we can take a Penitent Prayer Stone. Right? Because, like, a draft with a Wick Stone doesn't actually die on this in a single turn, so they actually get to take it out. And then I have the Sacred Wicks to bring them back once. It's pretty fine. Now, the Shattered Shell doesn't get killed by it first turn, but might get killed by its second turn if I'm not careful. So I'm just going to bring in a Lady of the House on the first floor to make sure we have the early stability to deal with it. And the rest of this is pretty whatever. Yeah, so we quick sweep, we get stats on this, we are taking out the Penitent Prayer Stone. Looks pretty good. Gotta bring in a draft here. Drop that. We're not going to sacrifice him yet. I think I bring in an Awoken Hollow to start cultivating. So doing 90 damage. Okay, now he's not running into spikes anymore, so he's pretty safe. Up over here, the draft is getting killed. I can bring in Little Fade for Little Fade to take that bullet instead. Let me do that so we get more damage on the Fallen Executioner. I think I'm going to Restoring Retreat you for safety. Actually, we're going to Restoring Retreat you so that we have you down here for Cultivate stuff. Bring you in here. Actually, I can peel the spikes off of this. It doesn't change much. Oh man, I want that. I don't think I have a way of getting that though. Let's see. Let's get your stats ramped up. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I just really don't think there's any way of me getting that. The Fallen Executioner is probably getting through too. Unless, actually, does Little Fade plus Sacred Wicks for the draft get us far in enough? Okay, we take out the Fallen Executioner with that. I thought we might, I wasn't sure. Rail Spike for 3. Ooh, okay, we got Subsuming Blade. What can we do with this? Oh, it doesn't do enough damage yet. We have no targets. Oh, never mind. Does something very important. Duh. And we're gonna drop some cultivation in. It's like, hold on, it does the one thing I wanted to do that turn. Let's wake up a bit. Let's see. I think we're just cultivating here, probably. This is dealt with. I don't really feel the need to Restoring Retreat these guys at all. I think with this particular Little Fade, if you already have a game plan that's very strong outside of them, you should stop killing them off because Endless is slowing down your card draw. This is the 8 damage Subsumer. So this time, I am almost certainly killing Little Fade with my Subsuming Blade. Kill there. Rail Spike, why not? I guess when we have free card draw, it's not as bad either. There's that too. All scaling to Shattered Shell. Shattered Shell's a monster card. Okay, we are killing the Undying One here, which is kind of the expectation at this point. Just give me a little bit more blade scaling, but looks like we can't really collect more than that. Because I couldn't kill anything on this floor, or move anything off the floor. I do think using Subsuming Blade as the infinite outlet is going to be very cute. Let's see. You know, both of these are playable. I think I might take Wicked Blaze here. If I put a Consume on one of the resin removals, it's pretty fine. I don't know if I can do that freely, though. Go here. Forgotten Boons, Merchant of Magic. Let's so our big payoffs are on the reroll. I'm going to Surge Stone the Resto Detto, which should fix our circumstances. Emberstone on... It doesn't matter what I Emberstone. Not by a lot. Emberstone that, reroll it. Smolderstone the Rail Spike. What do I want to play turn 1? I think turn 1 Resto Detto is really strong for our build. We don't have a Holy Stone outlet. There's nothing I need to purge. We're able to play everything pretty fine. So we'll just Power Stone the Subsuming Blade to speed it up. Then we walk out of there. We duplicate the Awoken's Rail Spike. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to be seeing how many times we can play Subsuming Blade in one run. Here's a hint, we can play it infinitely many times. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. I'm going to do the same initial configuration over here that I was doing before. Bring out, like... One of these guys is like a sacrificial lamb, almost. Is very likely they're going to die up at top. Boink. So we kill these on quick immediately, so that's not a threat. Bring in a Draft. I'm actually just going to Resto Detto here, so this unit's not in danger. Then Worthy sacrifice this to accelerate my game plan. Play this, because it's a Consume, we need to play it. Draw 5. Oh right, that made my resin removal free because of Split Anvil. I was like, why did that just go free? Oh right, we're insanely overpowered. Bring in a Draft. Subsuming Blade. You don't matter. Nobody matters anymore. There are no buffs to remove, nothing like that. Vengeful Shard. We'll fade this. This. We do need to play out all of the units in our deck. So we can't go infinite immediately, but we go infinite pretty fast. Let's see. Well, if you're in threat of death, I guess we'll Restoring Retreat you. I'll sacrifice you. We might Dripfall the boss. We'll see. Because it is funny. Okay, let's see. Get rid of you. Draft comes back. Draft goes away. Retreat. We've got 3 energy, and this is +2, so it's a 5 draw. There are 9 cards left to deal with. Ah, we still had a consumer. There are 5 cards not in my hand. We need a little Fade in play. I'm gonna get you out of the way, so I don't have to worry. Draw 2 more. So what is in rotations blocking us? We've got 5 cards in hand, 5 cards in draw. Okay, we need to get consume on a couple more cards, I think. Well, if I had all these cards in hand, I would be 1 short of the infinite. So yeah, I need to get consume on a couple more things. Well, that being the case... when I have the ephemeral version of that, the original's still in the deck. So I just need to not play that card. Yeah, we've got 11 cards in rotation now. I'm drawing 5 of them. We should be able to go off here, and this lets me go off harder. So 6 cards, 7 in there, draw 8. This is the combo. So, and our actual goal right now is to accelerate the remainder of the game. So if we bring this guy in and out him, I think we're allowed to play a few more cards if we want to. But if I'm going to play another Railspike Infinite, I definitely want to play a less tedious version than what I've done in the past. We got the Subsuming Blade right away, that's nice. Looks like that kills. I'm not going to worry about subsuming the boss because it's slower. Let's see. Intent on Death. It does do something. It is consumable, but we don't need to do anything else. So I'm only going to take cards from here if they're cards I haven't mastered already. I think Limbo's Solace gets us the combo faster. Trying to think if there are events that give us the combo faster. Spell Sanctum might get us the combo better, or Spell Power Floor makes the combo work faster. So either one of those I would probably take. So yeah, I'm gonna take a Spell Sanctum, and I think we'll make it deployable. Because I don't really need other stuff on the board. I just need a small amount of stall until I get the infinite out. Don't really need to do anything else there. I'm going to keep going Eternal Flame. I should maybe think about doing like Eternal Flame / Little Icarus at some point. Let me see. This could allow me to get cards out of the way faster. By like Jack-in-the-Boxing them. Or mystery boxing some spells so that I can not draw them if I don't want to. Because if I mystery box like a Dripfall, a Resin Removal, and something else, it like unofficially takes them out of the deck. Yeah, we're gonna grab a Dripfall, a Resin Removal, and the non-consuming Restoring Retreat. So that puts those out of the way and makes the deck smaller, so I can get to the infinite faster. How much of a threat is Pyre Dampener? It's a threat I don't need to take. It's the answer. So, unfortunately, the sacrifice unit is not deployable. I think this is probably how we set up. It does leave a lot of units in the deck that we need to play. Wildwood Tome. Here's the consumable draft. I'm going to get him out of the way immediately. I'll just bring in 2 Barons. I can't kill off the other draft right away, but I will go ahead and play the Sacred Wicks. It's so we can get through the rest of these cards as soon as possible. Let's see. 93 damage subsumes you. Cool. We could blaze back our gas card. Play him for gas, go figure. Wildwood Sap on you. We don't play the gift box. I'm not sure if we play Steel Enhancer. I think we just go for the Rail Spike here. Not huge hits, but we got the Rail Spike back. Let's see, we've got 4 cards left, 2 card draw. Okay, Wicked Blaze, bring back energy. Bring you out, sacrifice you, which lets us put these 2 out on the table. Rail Spike. Subsume, Wicked Blaze, energy. But we're playing out the rest of the turn here. We don't play the gift box. Let's get him some stats to get this gladiator lower. And we should be into the infinite starting from now, I think. Subsume. Pop. Spike. With the Spell Sanctum, I think I can execute the infinite such that I'm permanently outing my own creatures. So I think I can always draw Wicked Blaze, Subsuming Blade, Awoken's Rail Spike, and I could go infinite like this. And then infinitely scale the Subsuming Blade within the same fight. But I think that's a little more tedious to do. So I can bail on the infinite and not have to play as many cards. Cool. We're not taking anything else into the deck. Unless it's a consume card that notably speeds us up. Or maybe we take this because it's something we haven't mastered yet, and we can easily drop it. Let's see. Are there meaningful spell upgrades? Not really. I don't think there are meaningful duplications. Actually, we could maybe get an upgrade on Subsuming Blade. Just like another 10 spell damage that kills faster. So I guess we go here for that. So we just do this. We could maybe put a consume on something, but I'm not gonna. Sure. It's like technically a play. Anything here that speeds us up? That speeds us up notably. This makes Spell Shield less tedious. I don't think we need to worry about Spell Shield because we're playing a Piercing card. That might speed us up. Extra Extinguish triggers. That does something, so we'll take it. And then on card removes, I'm gonna remove the spare draft. And I think we remove one of the Wickless Barons. As they actually slow us down now. So Awoken is, I mean, the Awoken runs are very brute forceable because you can just play until you get this. Okay, so we've got one Awoken Hollow still in the deck at this point, and then the draft. quick. We want to play this early to get rid of it. I can resto Deado you. Drop this, that. This. No saps. Oh, this is an enchant, but you can cleanse it. That's interesting. Yep. Our draw gets slowed down by 1. It's pretty fine. Little fade comes back. I don't have my little buddy yet. Let's rail spike here for 6. Okay, there is the subsuming blade at 200. Get rid of you. I think I need to play this to have the hand space. Bring you in, sacrifice. We play this. We need to play this. Drop that, do that, draw 8. Okay, we've got the deck in our hand, and we've got the infinite. Alright, so both of the Awoken Remnant runs turned into this. So I think Melting Remnant is particularly good at helping Awoken build these abusive infinites. On the other one, it's because I had dregs, so I had half as many cards in my way. But being able to have a reform piece as part of your infinite means that if your infinite needs any units, or if you have any need for units, you can just do whatever you want. All right, here we go. You have to play a little ordinary for the first couple turns. Let's see, we can drop our Pyrelites for free. Let me play this on this floor where it's free. Let's see, I'd rather not get Pyre hunted. Subsume you. Sure. I don't have my sacrificial guy. Are we there yet? That's a draw 3, but I have 4 cards to pick from. Now it's a draw 6 with 5 cards to pick from. We're there. I know you'd love to hear that I have to play this skillfully, but I got Pyre hunted. How sad for my score, because that matters. Okay, run number 65 in the books. I'm gonna grab some coffee and then we'll move on to a more challenging combo. Every Awoken combo has the potential of being an auto win like that.